Hello, hello, and welcome to Create Milkyway, where I'm kind of worried about our friend behind us here. Are you okay? Ah, there he goes. He's all better now. No, never mind. I'm like 90% sure that's not how flying works. Anyway, welcome to a new mod pack where we spawned on an island. And you know what? I actually think this is a really good thing. I think this is going to force us to be more creative and take our time playing through the pack instead of just speed running through the quest book. But of course, you got to start somewhere. And since we're taking our time here in this pack, why don't we go ahead and build ourselves a house here before we even go mining? I kept wondering where my food was disappearing to. These guys keep stealing it. That is so rude. Maybe it's time to get a bed. Unfortunately, though, there is not a single sheep on this island. There are a lot of seagulls, though. They keep taking my food. Oh my goodness! No way. You guys just stay here. I gotta go somewhere real quick. Before we go any further, getting a bed is definitely gonna be my #1 priority. So we're gonna see if we can't venture off and find some sheep over here. Oh, that's definitely not a sheep. Okay, sorry. Ah, here you guys are. And here we go. Now that we have a bed, our house is fully finished. It's definitely nothing crazy, and we can always come back and decorate it more later. But at least we have a roof over our heads now. Now that we have a house, though, I think it's about time we head off and start trying to mine. There are a couple ores we're going to be focused on getting here, and the first is zinc, which we can't actually mine without an iron pickaxe. And copper is another big one that we're going to need lots of. And iron too, of course, we're going to need plenty of. Now, the bad news is that we can't actually go ahead and smelt any of our raw ore into ingots. We're going to have to do it through a casting table, which isn't too big of a deal. We just have to get enough grout to grab a melter here. Here we go. Now we just have to wait for all this to smelt up. While we wait, though, I did find one of these buried treasure maps. Maybe we can go check this out. Hello? Weird. Here we go. Now, in case you didn't know the trick to these, all you have to do is align yourself perfectly in the middle of that X there, and then back up until one little white pixel is showing, and then you should be able to just dig straight down, and that's where the chest will be. Ooh, hello. This whale has been following me for forever. He's sniffing me. Oh, it's because I'm holding a fish. Wait, can you tame these guys? That's awesome. Stop sniffing me. Not you, not you. Get out of here. Stop. Oh, you can't tame him. You can just... He just really likes fish. Here we go. Now that all of our seared bricks are smelted up, we should be able to start crafting everything we need for the melter. Here we go, and now we can set this up. And then we could just throw our raw iron into the melter and give it some fuel, and it should start melting it down. Now, to actually get these into ingots, you're going to have to use some sand casts and put an ingot in them to turn it into an ingot cast. And these only have one use each, so it's going to disappear every time you use one, which definitely isn't ideal. Now, I was fortunate enough to find some gold in that buried treasure we got earlier, and this is going to allow us to grab a permanent ingot cast instead of using sand. Now that we have our iron pickaxe though, we can grab our zinc from earlier. We're also going to want to pick up quite a bit of nickel, and we can also get silver now, although I don't think we'll need this for a while. Now that we've got a whole bunch of ores here, we can start throwing them into our melters. I've got one melter here for each of the ores that we have a ton of. And we can actually throw some levers on these so that they will spit out the molten ore automatically. I am going to make sure that we get enough iron here to get some hoppers so that we can pull them out of the casting tables right away. And actually, it's better to put a lever on a block next to the seared faucets instead of on the melter itself, because if you put a hopper on top and power the melter, it doesn't let the items in. So just keep that in mind when you're making these. And I definitely don't have enough iron to get all the hoppers that we need for this, so I'm going to have to go back and mine some more real quick. Here we go. Now hopefully this will be enough to get us what we need. Now that we have all this iron, we can also craft ourselves up a full armor set. And here we are. And now that we have these ingots going in the background here, we're going to be able to look into getting some machines to automate our first mechanism. And the good news is that most of these raw materials are actually automatable in this pack. So eventually we're going to be able to create a factory for everything here. I think we're going to have to save this for next episode though. Because that is all the time I have for today, unfortunately. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.